Can we put our hands together for the graduates? And I'd like to request that we be on our feet as we pray. Can we stand up to pray? Almighty God, the source of all wisdom, we thank you for the opportunity to be here today to celebrate achievement, success, knowledge, desire. We thank you because you made it a possibility for them to start and to come to the end of their program. And today we give you all the glory. As we start, we ask that you direct the entire program. We pray for those who are leaving. We thank you for the courage that you have given to them. We ask that you open doors for them so that they can use the knowledge they have acquired. I ask that you give them the spirit of compassion, you give them the spirit of excellence, spirit to help. We pray that this will be a stepping stone even to a higher ground. At the end of today, Father, we ask, let everything be done to bring glory and honor to your name. We have asked in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Amen. You may be seated. Wow, what a wonderful, unstoppable graduates of the class of 2010 and 2011. A round of applause for them, family and friends. Mothers and fathers, stepmothers and stepfathers, brothers and sisters, grandparents, uncles, aunts, nieces and nephews, cousins, friends, relatives, and loved ones, our esteemed and dedicated faculty and supportive administration and staff, our distinguished Board of Trustees, ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to welcome you to the first Best American Healthcare University commencement ceremony event for the class of 2010 and 2011 this morning. It is our privilege to share this remarkable and historic moment with you, our friends and families. And most importantly, to the talented, exceptional, inspiring, and unforgettable class of 2010 and 2011 of Best American Healthcare University. Shall we stand up and give them a round of applause for their accomplishments? You're welcome. You may now be seated. Please note that your university family at Best American Healthcare University is extremely proud of you graduates and your accomplishments. We join with you, your family and friends, in recognition of your hard work that has led to this historic event. We appreciate your initiative and your ability to take responsibility by enrolling in school. Your personal commitment to finish your program successfully at BAHU and your determination to excel. Congratulations. And now, family, you are a witness to your children's success and dreams come true. We're very proud to have you, indeed, as our first graduating class as an institution. Many of you within this last year or two, upon arriving at our campus, could not believe the windows of opportunities and doors. Receiving a Best American Healthcare University diploma or getting a national license or certification in our accredited vocational or academic programs was going to open for you. To many of you, you have hoped to see a magnificent state-of-the-art building, perhaps a university with the best contemporary 21st century infrastructure, so big that you can hardly find your way. However, upon locating our campus, you saw only one small two-story building with a seating capacity of less than 200 with the name of a university. Some left. Others questioned our authenticity and audacity. To others, they enrolled but opted out and withdrew along the way. But most importantly, you, the BAHU graduating class of 2010 and 2011, you stayed. You stayed even when it was not all that pleasant as our institution was taking its shape. By staying focused and not allowing anything to distract you from achieving your goal of coming to our institution, you have chosen wisely. And the birds too. Indeed, your choices of yesterday have translated into today's unlimited possibilities for you. Today, each and every one of you, BAHU graduating class of 2010 and 2011, have received one of the best educations in your fields of specialty and discipline in terms of quality, cost effectiveness, and timeliness. In today's 2011 and the 21st century academic landscape in America, I can assure each and every one of you that quality education is not measured in the quantity and magnificence of buildings or the size therein, but in the ability to offer accredited, life-changing, job-marketable programs and investing, retaining, and hiring quality, experience-based, and evidence-based finance faculties, and the staff who are committed firstly to student support, empowerment, and student success both within the parameters of classroom instruction and those whose teachings will assure the students the competency to excel in both in class and in the marketplace. It is no wonder that Jerome Bruner, an educationist icon of the 20th century, was quoted as saying that learning should not only take us somewhere, it should allow us later to go further more easily. The more fundamental or basic the idea, the greater will be its breadth of applicability to new problems. Friends and families, it was based on these noteworthy statements of Jerome Bruner and with the dawn of the new decade that Best American Healthcare University considerably took a high-level view of our mission and direction and opportunities out there to which we are committed. With the understanding of Jerome Bruner's statement and by discovering why we exist as an institution, what informs our decisions and programmatic activities, we clearly have arrived at this major crossroads: student success, student support, students' empowerment, service, and social change. With this in mind, BAHU is set to reconfigure both academic and vocational training to integrate and accommodate transformational and spiral curriculum paradigms of education and academic research, while maintaining exceptional and affordable vocational and academic quality of training received by students. With this understanding, BAHU is set to structuring our degree programs, which will commence in late 2012 or sometime in 2013, in ways that by the completion of most BAHU students' academic journey at graduation, not only will these students receive the degrees for which they were admitted for, but the students will part with prize, professional, or technical certification, diploma, or license, to which will amplify their chances for immediate employment and success in the marketplace. As a minority-owned institution of higher learning, BAHU places emphasis on empowerment to reinvigorate the students. We believe in student success, social change and service, quality, ethics, leadership, character and professional development, technical skills acquisition and development, and policy standards operable in the marketplace. Upon a successful completion of educational programs, depending on what track a student was admitted for, our students are fully empowered and equipped to serve and to enhance their intellectual and economic capital and well-being while competing successfully anywhere where healthcare is provided. BAHU has evolved over the months and years, serving both young and adult learners. Until now, BAHU is that gateway that offers students whether they are training for the first time in post-secondary or soon at the university level, advancing their career goals or retraining, the opportunity that will last a lifetime. By carefully developing our curriculum and strategies, we have successfully implemented policies and programs that lowered barriers to student access to education, success, and support in the marketplace for our graduates. We appreciate, graduates, the sacrifice you made to enroll at Best American Healthcare University. And we are committed to providing the students the platform, whether hands-on training, academic or career counseling, and other supportive services needed to help give these young and adult learners the opportunity to maximize their God-given potentials and abilities while making the experience at BAHU a rewarding encounter. For many of you out there, future students, you will discover that BAHU will be or is that university of many opportunities. The university that reconnects, empowers, transforms, and serves those for whom higher education and vocational studies and or hands-on training has been out of reach. You will find BAHU the university of many opportunities that will transform your lives, the lives of those you love, your wife, your husband, family, parents, grandparents, friends, church members, siblings, or uncles, and your own children who have been inspired by your accomplishment and thirst, desire to follow your footsteps to a prosperous future with unlimited possibilities. For so many of you there, BAHU will be that university of second chances and transformation. If you're seeking employment opportunities in health careers, maybe your previous vocational collegiate or university education were interrupted, either because of service to the country which you love, marital issues, raising children, financial crisis, or some health challenges, BAHU is here to reinvigorate you and enlarge your capacity to pump that new blood needed in your career and intellectual capital, capacity or growth. Our faculty and staff, plus our support partnership and networks are solidly with you, graduates. Presently, the success and passing rate of our student population who have served for our nationally and or state-accredited academic programs are 95% and above. A pass rate that many other similar institutions within our neighborhood can hardly boast about. This morning, as you prepare to receive your diplomas, as you prepare to leave the walls and corridors of our institution and step into the job market to serve or to go for advanced academic, healthcare, educational training, or advanced research, I want to encourage you to take with you the commitment of this growing institution, the commitment of integrity, the commitment of quality, the commitment of empowerment and excellence, and the commitment of social change and humanitarian service first to God and to society at large. It is indeed these values that represent who we are as an institution and what we stand for. Like the story of the Good Samaritan in the Christian scriptures, our society will depend on each and every one of you BAHU graduates. Everything is not about money. As many of you experienced while you pursued your educational training at Best American Healthcare University, we are not capitally driven or majorly concentrating on people's money, but we are rather driven to empowerment and service to our audience and communities. Our concentration is on jump-starting people's lives, giving temporal salvation through impact of skills and knowledge needed to succeed and move away from poverty, teaching people to save the lives of others, giving opportunities and hopes that will last a lifetime to the voiceless, and raising the consciousness of people that all of us can do better when given the opportunity. As a society, our concentration, focus on finances makes us more vulnerable. It leaves our children, our families, loved ones, and society at large, more compartmentalized and fragmented than they bring us together to fight evil and do well. Graduating class of 2010 and 2011, what our families and societies needs are people with value, people of integrity, people of honor, people who are enthusiastic about serving and saving lives. Yet at some point, serving others bring us difficulty and pain. But I stand here today at Yeager Center to remind each and every one of you never to give up. Don't quit doing well. Because you have each successfully completed your program at BAHU, you are already unstoppable graduates. Because champions are not those who never fail, but those who never quit. You already are a champion. Over the years and months, for some of you, I have watched with keen interest the diversity and passion and drive that each and every one of you brought to our campus. One thing that particularly attracts my attention is your passion to excel, your quest to learn, your openness and humility, and the interactive and mutual relationship that exists between each and every one of you, the staff and the faculty. Whether it was to do a carpool, to lend a helping hand, or to share a meal together. BAHU graduates of 2010 and 2011, we are family. It is for this reason that every action we have taken was to meet your expectations, to earn your trust and confidence, to deliver the highest quality educational experience you have been expecting upon enrollment, and to help build your dream. With an emphasis on empowerment and excellence and curriculums that is very relevant in healthcare industry, our present and future commitment is to provide you with the infrastructure, faculty, and staff that will be sensitive to the challenging needs of the student and workforce, the marketplace, and our diverse population. At BAHU, you have been inspired. At BAHU, you have learned to overcome. At BAHU, you have become. And it is my hope that you will achieve, graduates. In closing, I would like to leave you, our unstoppable and marketable graduates, with a popular saying from Bruce Lee, who was known for saying that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act in the presence of fear. For some of you, you may have to identify the fears that limit and cripple your God-given potentials and dreams and begin to confront them. Like the late king of pop, Michael Jackson, will sing, BAHU graduating class of 2010 and 2011, I sincerely believe that there comes a time when all of us had a certain call, when the world must come together as one, because there are people dying, and it is time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. I believe that a graduating class of 2010 and 2011, like the late king of pop could sing, can no longer go on. I believe that we can no longer pretend day by day that perhaps someone, somewhere will soon make a change. I believe that we can all make that change now because we are all part of God's great big family, because we are indeed the world. We are the ones who will make a brighter day in our community. So graduating class, and our families gathered here today, let's learn to lend a helping hand. Let's send them our hearts, our clients, and people that comes around us, so they will know that someone cares. And believe me, their lives will be stronger and free as God has shown us by turning stone into bread. So let's start giving birth to our communities in service and social change. That's a choice each and every one of us will have to make to save our own lives. And yes, it is true, we will make a brighter day for the sick and the poor, our families and loved ones, just you and me. Will you please stand up, families and friends, to welcome the graduating class of 2010 and 2011. A round of applause for them. You may now be seated. At this time, it is my privilege to hand deliver some select few the Presidential and Faculty Award for 2010 and 2011. Many recommendations were made to me by the faculty and the Dean of the Studies of BAHU Stephen Nwankwo School of Vocational Studies for outstanding performance and excellence. Upon reviewing these recommendations, we have carefully selected some of you whose resilience, commitment, passion for excellence, and dedication is outstanding. Therefore, as the university president of this young and growing institution, I have the privilege to recognize 4 students and 5 faculties whose passion, commitment, and values reflect or exemplify by excellence what Best American Healthcare University stands for. And I invite the CEO of BAHU to please join me here, and the CEO of California Preparatory College as well. Today, each of these 4 selected BAHU graduates for the student categories is going to walk away with a scholarship of $5,000 for advanced study and service to our communities, applied toward our selected partner institution, California Preparatory College in Redlands, California. And here with me is the CEO of California Preparatory College, Mr. Gene Edelberg, who is personally here to welcome and receive these talented graduates. These scholarships are to be applied toward the recipient students for a 1-year joint program that BAHU and CPC run together in Western healthcare practices and communication, which the students are allowed to concentrate in other programs such as pre-nursing, pharmacy, physical therapy, or business administration and management. While the CPC CEO addresses these students and families briefly, please be prepared to receive your presidential awards and a joint scholarship between Best American Healthcare University and California Preparatory College for the class of 2010 and 2011. A round of applause for these graduates. The first student here today is Menever Martinez. Yes. And the second student is Melissa Bravo, class of 2010, both are class of 2010. The third student is Joanna Aruna, class of 2011. The fourth student is Olivia Okole, class 2011. While the president or the CEO of CPC address you briefly, after he has addressed you, we will deliver your awards and you will receive your scholarship for $5,000 per year for 2 years, which made it a total of $10,000.
I'm actually here for 2 reasons today. One, because I'm a member of the board and representing the board of Best American. And so I wanted to take just a moment to congratulate the administration, the faculty, all of you graduates, all of you family and friends for the accomplishments that have happened. It's a brave thing, as John said, to start at a new school. It's tough to say, well, no one's really been there before, but I'm going to go there and get my degree. The exciting thing has been, as a board member, watching from sort of the outside to see that you as graduates are every bit as successful or even more successful than the graduates of many of these big schools who have been here for 10, 20, 30 years. And in addition to that, the people at Best American are trying so hard to keep your costs low, work with you, work with your schedules, and work with your personal lives. It's just amazing to me that you have been able to get the kind of education that you have at the value you have. And so, again, congratulations to all of you and for all the hard work you have put in. With that said, we want to continue to promote for those of you who wish to go on to higher levels of education. Many of you, what you have now is going to serve you very well and serve you for the rest of your lives. Some of you, however, want to go on and get something else, something at a different level. Our school in Redlands actually works as a second stepping stone toward getting 4-year degrees and 2-year degrees in many different healthcare areas. Most of our students actually do the prerequisite with us and then go on to Loma Linda University just down the street from us. And so what we wanted to do today is just to encourage this. And so first of all, anyone that ever graduates from Best American automatically can show up with their documents, and we give a $1,500 scholarship per year on our campus. And so anytime you want to get that additional education, we're happy to do so. And our costs, we believe, the same as Best American. We're trying to keep the costs as low as possible, and so we're maybe a third of the price of normal private education to get these prerequisites done. But then to honor the presidential award candidates today, we do indeed wish to give you 50% tuition off for up to 2 years for doing prerequisites for going on to higher education, higher level of education, and we're happy to make those awards to you today.
Thank you very much. The first person in our list is Menevra Martinez. Menevra, will you step forward? The Presidential Award. First, I want to thank you, Menevra, for coming to our school. Menevra is one of our pioneer students for medical assistant. She finished in 2010. Menevra will have this to say, and I really want to say this before all of you. He said that she valued her experience, and she was also very surprised at how fast the years can fly by in time, and how she actually successfully completed her program with BAHU. Presently, Menevra is working at Loma Linda University Medical Center and Health Center, and she was there as a medical assistant. Menevra, this award is presented to you, Menevra Martinez. Congratulations for being the outstanding pioneer graduate student for the class of 2010. The award is ready for you. Congratulations. Thank you. The second person in our list is Melissa Bravo.
She's not here.
Okay. Melissa was one of our medical assistant pioneer students for medical assistant, and Melissa aims to study physician assistant program. She wants to enroll for the physician assistant program. Presently, she works somewhere in Los Angeles. Okay, she's not here today. Okay, I'll move over to the next person. The next person is Joanna Aruna. And I am very excited at Joanna Aruna, and I cannot just keep quiet. I have to say one or two things about this man. Joanna originally came from Sierra Leone. And you won't believe that the last time that this man attended a formal school was in 1981. I'm sure some of you were not born then. But 2 years ago, he relocated to the United States to join the wife. And he told me that it was so difficult for some of them that wanted to advance their education in Sierra Leone because of the 10 years war that almost crushed the educational system they had in Sierra Leone. But today, Joanna is here. He was one of our excellent students, and that's why he's receiving this award. Congratulations, Joanna, for being the outstanding graduate student of the year 2011. The world is ready for you. Today, you're receiving a scholarship of $5,000 per year times 2 years to study nursing, which is your passion. Congratulations. Thank you. And the last and not the least is Olivier Okoli. Olivier is a member of the graduating class of 2011. And he finished from the certified nurse assistant, and is an outstanding student with passion to excel and to move on with her life. Olivier has indicated her strong interest and commitment to pursue nursing as a career. And today she will be receiving one of the scholarship from the CEO of California Preparatory College. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. And now I move over to the faculty.
Okay.
Thank you.
You want me to stand here?
Yes. And now I move over to faculty. The first faculty to receive the Presidential Award for the year 2011 is someone that I have known for more than 6 years. A senior colleague, a mentor, and somebody that I respect very well. At this time, it is my honor to invite Connie Greason to stand, please. And I'm going to let you know a few things about Connie Greason. Yes, you're free to come here. Connie Greason is BAHU Stephen Wankwo School of Vocational Studies Director of Nursing for the Certified Nurse Assistant Program, accredited by the California Department of Health. Connie comes to BAHU with loads of professional nursing experience that spans more than 35 years as a registered nurse educator and clinician. She is the president of Allied Career College in Highland. She began her career in nursing in emergency room, worked in women prison, and worked her way up to executive position in occupational health in Washington, D.C., where she wrecked serious money. And she held that position for over 20 years. In the last 6 years, Connie Greason has worked as a faculty member at the American Red Cross Career School in San Bernardino, California. As a director of nursing for the CNA program, Connie works together with the University Dean of Studies for smooth operability to ensure compliance, planning, and coordination of the program. Most often, she engages in lively instructional delivery, teaching, interacting, and playing with students. Her contribution, service, and dedication to our CNA program are significant, as that program is graduating today more than 170 students within the last 1 year that the CNA program was added to our curriculum. Connie Greason is an excellent teacher and faculty member and knows how to facilitate instructional delivery, student support, and success and empowerment. It is because of these core values that you share with this institution as exemplified in your leadership, service, passion, and career achievements that I, as the president of this growing institution, is highly honored and privileged to bestow on you the Presidential and Faculty Award. Will you please join me as we acknowledge Connie Greason, the 2011 recipient of Best American Healthcare University Presidential Award for outstanding dedication to service, instructional delivery, and student success. I understand that some of your members or some members of your families are here. Yes. Can they stand, please?
Right there.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to thank everybody and thank my students. I love my students. I want to thank you all. I love my students. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my students, and I encourage them every single day that I have them to go on with their education. Very important, very. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. At this time, it is my privilege to invite yet another talented and one of the most humble and dedicated faculties we have had within these years, Dr. Meliana Sodigo. Dr. Meliana is a medical doctor and originally from Indonesia, where she practiced medicine with specialization in rehabilitation and was one of our founding faculty in medical assistant and electrocardiogram at Best American Healthcare University Stephen Wankwo School of Vocational Studies. She values sharing her professional experience and knowledge while empowering her students. She will write, and I quote, that I value the commitment of students above their ages and backgrounds, and I am so happy when I heard that they are hired. I know that each of our students have potentials, and Best American Healthcare University is a place where they are able to reach their potentials as long as they have commitment and dedication. Presently, Dr. Meliana works in the Kindred Hospital of Riverside. Her most profound statement is that there is nothing impossible with God. She is very passionate about education and impacting knowledge to students, even though her checks get cashed sometimes up to 90 days after they were delivered. She has a lot of money. Dr. Meliana finished medical school in 1993. Dr. Meliana finished her medical school in 1993 from University of Taramugara and worked as a physician in her field for about 10 years. In 1994, she obtained her master's degree in physical medicine and rehabilitation from the University of Indonesia. Will you please join me as we acknowledge Dr. Meliana Sadigo, the 2011 recipient of Best American Healthcare University Presidential Award, for your outstanding instructional delivery and service. Congratulations. Thank you. And the next person today receiving an award is yet another faculty that I respect, and that is Erica Patterson. Will you please stand, Erica? Erica Patterson joined our faculty in February of this year. She is one of our instructors in BAHU Stephen Wankwo School of Vocational Studies, where she teaches our Certified Nurse Assistant program. She has compassion for students, success, and support. In her own words, she said, "I enjoy working with my students because I find great joy in watching them grow into career-skilled professionals. It is so wonderful to be able to share with my students the knowledge and experiences I have gained during my career as a nurse. It is my goal," she writes, "to further my education as a nurse and earn my BSN and further advanced degrees in nursing. I hope that all of my students will continue their education and achieve the goals they desire." End of quote. Erica is an LVN graduate from Concord Career College class of 2005. She has intravenous therapy and blood withdrawal and phlebotomy certification, ventilator certification, and is a certified director of staff development. Erica has worked in a number of areas in nursing field, first as a charge nurse in home health, a field nurse and a regional coordinator, and now as one of our talented certified nurse assistant instructors at BAHU School of Vocational Studies. Will you please join me and acknowledge Erica Patterson, the 2011 recipient of Best American Healthcare University Presidential Faculty Award for Outstanding Faculty of the Year.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. And last but not the least among our faculties is another gentleman that I respect and value his commitment to service and his dedication to student support. And that is Chebona Sam Mwabia. Over the years, I have known Sam for more than 20 years, thereabouts, and have worked closely with him. He's one of my elders in the church, so he's a man of the church too. And there's something that fascinates me about this man, and that is that he is passionate about student support, success, and empowerment. And he received his registered nurse diploma in Babcock University and his BSN from Babcock University School of Nursing in 2007. And he is also a certified EKG technician from Best American Healthcare University. And this June, he received his master's degree in counseling and psychology from La Sierra University. And this is what he will write. He said, and I quote, "No one really likes to study, but everyone likes to earn a degree." He goes on, he says, "Students like less work but more success. It is my experience, with my experiences with the students I have been able to underscore the fact that there is no shortcut to success. Hard work pays off at last." And finally, he says, "Students like to count their efforts rather than their success. The bottom line is that in society and the world generally, effort doesn't count much. Result is everything." Today, I am here as the president of this growing university to hand deliver your award for excellent performance in students' instruction. Congratulations. And last but not the least, the next recipient for our award for the year for the administration is somebody that I have known over the years and someone that I have worked closely with for more than 10 years. And that is the CEO of Best American Healthcare University. I know that this may come as a big surprise because the provost and I got together and we planned not to put your name as one of the recipients in the bulletin because we knew that you weren't going to accept that. So I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately, she is also my wife. So provost would have been the person to deliver this to you, but he had an emergency that he had to take care of from Georgia, so he's not here today, and he extends his regards and love to the graduating class of 2011. The CEO of Best American Healthcare University, who happens to be my wife, is someone that I have known over 12 years. I got to know her in 1999, and we didn't work out really well in that year. And if I will go on to embarrass a little bit, I met her in a camp meeting, and that day I was asking her to assist my singing group because I do sing just a little, not really much. And she plays the piano and sings, and she told me in my face that she doesn't sing with strangers. So I walked away, and then when she finished her registered nursing program in 2001, where I was in the university, I met her there again. And I said, okay, this time it has to work. So from there, it worked. In 2004, we got married, and we have 2 kids. 3 kids. We had 2 for a long time, so 2 is still in my head. Thank you. So today, I want to recognize on behalf of Best American Healthcare University Administration, and I invite the Board of Trustees representative to please stand with me, Jean, in recognition of this lady's efforts and her support to our institution. If not this lady, Best American Healthcare University would not have been where it is today. When we began our business, in 2008, when we started this whole thing, she actually resigned her job where she made more than $100,000 a year to get her passion out, which is to create employment for the minorities and also to empower people and give them an opportunity of a lifetime. That was one of the most scary decisions I would have consented to, but I had to, because I was like, are you crazy? You mean But that's exactly what she did. So she resigned and joined me. And today, by God's special grace, Best American Healthcare University is here and is making some impact. And on behalf of the administration and, can you hold this? On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff, it is my honor, first as your husband, and also as the president of the university, to recognize you for your superior performance, outstanding dedication, and supportive leadership. Congratulations. Will you please stand with me as we recognize the CEO of Best American Healthcare University. Thank you. You may now be seated. Today, the person who is here to speak to the graduating class of 2010 is someone that I have known over the years. And that is no other person than Dr. Charlie Joe Morgan, our commencement speaker for today, for the class of 2010 and 2011. She is a friend, a former church member at Kansas Avenue Seventh-day Adventist Church, where I had served 5 years ago, and a senior colleague in the field of health care and health education. Dr. Morgan has a career in nursing that spans over 51 years. So you have to respect her. 51 years. A round of applause for her, please. Dr. Morgan began her career as a registered nurse in 1959. Maybe my eyelids weren't really developed. She has practiced at the staff and administrative levels in nursing service, providing direct patient care in a variety of clinical areas, including critical care. As a nurse, she had the opportunity to serve all the people that came under her care. Her goal as a professional is to project a positive image of nursing. In addition, her desire for excellence in her practice has been the motivation for providing outstanding care for all her clients. In her role as a nurse educator since 1973, it has been Dr. Morgan's privilege and honor to serve students by helping them learn the art and science of professional nursing. Her vested interest has been in working with those less fortunate. She highly values the opportunities she has to mentor, advise, encourage, and support students, and to provide a safe environment for them to thrive. Dr. Morgan's research interests include issues related to providing culturally sensitive care and the experiences of African Americans in nursing education. Research projects include assessing beliefs of staff nurses and their practices in giving culturally competent care and factors that contribute to the admission and to graduation from nursing, as well as the effects of institutional racism on African Americans in nursing education. She has co-authored and coordinated 2 grant awards that targeted the disadvantaged and ethnic groups that are underrepresented in nursing. The purpose of the grant was to increase, as she writes, the diversity of the nursing workforce. From these 2 projects, a model was developed to promote academic success of disadvantaged and minority students in nursing. Dr. Morgan received the diploma in nursing from Glendale Sanitarium and Hospital School of Nursing in 1959. Her Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Andrews University in 1976, the Master of Science with majors in nursing from Loma Linda University in 1978, and the Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, from Claremont Graduate School in 1988. The qualifying areas for her PhD were in higher education, economics of higher education, curriculum and nursing education administration. Beyond her formal education, Dr. Morgan has attended many conferences, workshops, and seminars, and she has also engaged in numerous continuing education activities on a variety of topics. Dr. Morgan and I presently are exploring opportunities to have her serve as the chair of our Comfort One Core School of Nursing to solidify our curriculum for the registered nursing and BSN program. I am asking you to please give her your undivided attention. Congratulations.
Wow. I am so absolutely impressed with what I've heard here this afternoon. I should stick to my notes because I tend to go on. But thank you, Pastor John, for the opportunity to participate in this occasion. I am impressed. You have someone on site who gives you scholarships of $5,000 to continue your, what I call your journey of success. You had better use it. No, seriously, that doesn't happen often. So, how special you are. Congratulations. You look really, really good, and I am so proud of you. Now, because I can read minds, I know what you're saying right now. She doesn't even know me. How can she feel proud of me? Well, I don't know you personally, but I know that you have achieved something. That's why you're here today. You've achieved something, and I just wish to affirm you at this moment by expressing my well done. You do have a reason to celebrate, and I'd like to celebrate with you. This is a very important milestone in your success journey. You've invested much time and energy in order to meet the goal of completing your programs. You've worked hard and sacrificed. I know that. I've been a student. Actually, I'm an ongoing, lifelong student. But you know, at different places in your life, it manifests itself differently. So I've been a student, so I know what it likes, you know, to start on this journey of achieving goals. And your families have been there to support you. Just look at them out there. You should give them a hand. Let's give the families a hand. And so you are to be applauded for your persistence and the focus that has helped you get to where you are today. So thank you. I mean, the president, thank you. I thank you for coming to this institution and doing what you've done. After all, without you, where would they be? Wouldn't work, would it? So you are participating in the first commencement service for this institution. How wonderful is that? Agreed? How wonderful that is. And you've completed a variety of programs. Some of you are CNAs, and then they're home health aides and medical assistants and phlebotomy technicians and EKG monitor technicians and medical billing coding people. I don't know what they all are, you know, medical assistants. And you know, the list could go on. It's not inclusive, so if I haven't named your area, it's okay. You're in my thoughts also. What a legacy. What a legacy, because you have set the standard for those who follow you. And you can say to those who follow you a simple message: if I can do it, you can do it. And I say the same to you. If I can do whatever I've done, you can do it also. Agreed? You guys don't sit there and look at me like, what is she talking about? You know what I'm talking about. So if you can do it, they can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I've entitled my thoughts, Empowered for Success, because the goal of this institution is to empower healthcare professionals. What does empowerment mean to you? Have you ever really thought about it? When you have a chance, think about it. See what you come up with. But in the meantime, I'm going to share some thoughts and several points on empowerment. First of all, it is an ongoing process. You know, you don't feel empowered 1 minute and think, well, I'm set. It's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process by which you are enabled to take charge of your career path. You can set your goals and achieve them. And the most important thing, I think, well, one of the most at least, one of the most important outcomes of empowerment is that you believe in yourself. Do you know when you believe in yourself, that's all it takes. You have to be committed as well. But you have to believe in yourself before you make that step toward commitment. Empowerment is a process by which you gain knowledge and skills that help you develop confidence in your capacity to be a positive force in healthcare. Whatever your role, you know, all those roles that you will occupy, whatever it is. Knowledge is power. You've probably heard that before, right? Now you guys engage with me here. Yeah, knowledge is power. Okay. Empowerment means you have the ability to access information and resources for decision making. Decision making requires that you think critically and that you process information. Now, how does that knowledge that you've gained fit into the scheme of things when you're faced with a situation where you have to make a decision? So when you feel empowered, you're able to garner your resources and make the decision. When you are empowered, you've gained the ability to engage in discrete thinking, so you can sort out right and wrong. What does that sound like to you? Like ethics? When you're empowered, you are enabled to do the thing that is ethically correct. You know, ethics has to do with what's right and what's wrong. So the empowered person is able to do that. And when you're empowered, you are able to be assertive, not aggressive, but assertive. After all, you're going to be a member of a healthcare team, and you want to be an active participant on that team. So be assertive. And the last thing that I'll mention here is that when you're empowered, you're involved in a growth process. It is a never-ending process because learning is lifelong. Do you think you've arrived at a point where you know what there is to know about anything? Probably not. So, empowerment means that you engage in a growth process that is never ended, and this process is self-initiated. Self-initiated, which means that Pastor John and his lovely wife and the gentleman from college, preparatory college, and all these people, they can't do that for you. You know, they can help nurture you, but it's self-initiated. So did you notice how many times I referred to you? That's all I talked about is you. And I don't know who made this statement, but it reads, empowerment is ultimately driven by the individual's belief in his or her capacity to influence events. When you believe you can do that, outstanding element of empowerment. It seems to me that your being here today is a good indicator that you have embraced the empowerment factor. It pervades the philosophy of this institution, so you couldn't come and spend the time you've spent here without hearing. You heard him in his remarks. Did you hear him how many times he talked about empowerment? Yeah, but you mentioned it? Not yet? Okay. It's here. And then it's about success. Well, what is success? Well, one of the things that success means is that you've accomplished your goals and the ends which you sought as you began your program of study at BAHU. That's success. Your goals were to complete your various programs of study so that you could compete in the job market. Your being here today demonstrates your success. You are on a success journey. You are going somewhere. Right? So I'd like to propose that success can be expressed as an equation. Institution's goal to empower plus your commitment and belief in self equals success. The next phase of your success journey involves the extent to which you are committed to being a true healthcare professional. One of the most important elements of professionalism is values. And what are values? And I heard your president refer to values in his comments. And I thought, did he read the words that I wrote or something? But, okay, what are values? You probably have your own thoughts, but let me say this. Values are qualities that you embrace that will guide your practice in healthcare. Values help you make the right choices. Values are the belief structure and motivational standard in which a person exists, and those values will drive your behavior. The extent to which these values conform to society's norm is determined by your morality, how good you are, how honorable you are, how decent you are. Those are things that kind of help you conform to society's norms, but remember your values are yours. Choose the values that are most important to you. The values that you believe will define who you are as a person. Then you live those values visibly every day at work and at home, wherever you find yourself. Living your values is one of the most important tools available to you to help you be the person you want to be, to help you achieve your goals and your dreams. And these values will guide you on your success journey. And so you've been exposed to some values here at BAHU. So you're familiar with concepts such as quality, diversity, fairness, service, excellence, and integrity. You've heard those terms before? Well, if not prior to today, he mentioned those this morning. See, these are principles that have guided you through your programs of study. And while it is true that you've adopted those values, the process also includes the efforts that you must make toward developing further developing your character and developing your identity as a healthcare professional. So here are some additional thoughts for you to consider when you're constructing your self-identity. Treat others with dignity and respect. Now, translated to everyday terms, do to others what you would have others do to you. When you respect yourself and respect others, then you'll respond in a positive way. Here's another for you to think about: work ethic. So I'm sure some of you have jobs already, been the recipients. He mentioned that. When you have a strong work ethic, that means you always give your best. Always. It means you work hard and that you're diligent, you are thorough, and you are careful. You do the best job that you can do, and You are expected to be at work when you're scheduled and to be on time. Be on time. Now, I'm a stickler for punctuality, and I'm not going to be your employer, but on time. I have known people to get awards for being on time every single time they were expected to be there. So, strong work ethic, self-development, wanting to become a better person. It happens in many ways, but the emphasis is on the self component. One must not overlook the fact that self-help is just that, helping yourself. There are lots of books and seminars that will help point you in the right direction. Ultimately, however, self-development is a highly personal undertaking. You must desire growth for it to happen. And I cannot imagine that you've existed in this environment with these people. I've just met them today, but you haven't existed in this environment without at least thinking, there's something I must do, something else I must do on my success journey. Another value, lifelong learning. Now, this is really important. I've mentioned it before. It's about self-development and the fact that it never stops. You will never, ever arrive at a point where you know all there is to know about whatever. You know, I've been a nurse for over 50 years. Do I know all there is about nursing? Now, I probably know a lot more than you do, but it never ends. It never stops. And so you must, if you're going to compete in the healthcare arena, you need to embrace lifelong learning. I really shouldn't say what you need to. I don't like to tell people what they need to do, but you really need to do that. Open and honest communication is another value. It simply means that you're transparent. You believe in full disclosure. You have nothing to hide. Open, which means you receive, and honest. Don't say what you don't believe or what you think. When you start being dishonest and your integrity is compromised, that doesn't work so well. And I think this is the last thing I'm going to mention is empathy and compassion. Do you know what empathy is? Not sympathy. Sympathy says, I kind of feel sorry for you. Empathy says, I understand that you're going through a difficult time right now, and it must be hard, and so I sense and share in your feelings. Empathy and compassion, of course. Compassion means kindness. So as you interface with your colleagues in healthcare, when you interface with patients, whatever, remember to be kind. So I could go on, but the bottom line is that if you're going to make a difference, you've got to be the person of character that you wish to become. You must make the choices that frame your character, and you must answer the question, what values do I need to internalize? A number of years ago, I read an article that suggests you must be good to yourself in order to meet the challenges that you will encounter on your success journey. And so here are some of those thoughts. The first one, and I was reminded of it when I encountered Connie Grissom. She has this wonderful sense of humor. And this first one, without humor and joy, there is no healing for yourself and for patients and clients you will encounter. So learn to take yourself lightly. Take yourself lightly, but take your work seriously and laugh often. Take a day for yourself. Now, I imagine some of you have children and significant others and spouses and that demand a lot of you, plus you're going to be working. But you really need to take some time for yourself. Call in well. Now, I'm not sure how this will go over with employers these days. I'm not sure that employers have well days. But if you can figure that out wherever you're going to work, call in well. You just need a day to refurbish yourself. So take care of yourself. And while you're doing that, make some time for fun, for your hobbies, to take a walk, to pick up the phone and call a friend. Make yourself a healing box. And in this box, you're going to place things that remind you that you are loved, that remind you that you can laugh, and keep the box close because it can be used to cheer you up. Learn about the generous art of taking. Sometimes a lot of us can give, but it's hard for us to take when someone wants to give back to us. It's really okay to do that. I think it's rather affirming. Somebody wants to give me something, take it. Not to use anybody or take advantage of anyone, but to delight in yourself enough that you are going to take what's offered. Now this is really important. Move away from people and situations that drain you. Now, you know you can have some people in your life who are actually toxic. Have you heard of that? That some people come into your space and they just breathe negative thoughts. Well, those people can be toxic. Stay away from them. It can be friends. It can be family. Sometimes you have to remove yourself from family situations, but you don't want to get close to people and situations that drain your energy. If you are a perfectionist, allow yourself the luxury of making mistakes. Forgive yourself. Make a mistake, fix it, and then forgive yourself. Now, I have some other thoughts, but I have a feeling that probably you're ready to move on the next phase of this service. And so let me just say this. It is not selfish to look after yourself. It is what you must do in order to be all you want to be. You must look after yourself. Self. Not self in an arrogant, selfish way, but self in terms of becoming what you intend to be. It is an exciting time for you to bring your knowledge and skills to the healthcare arena. Healthcare reform is one of the priorities on the federal agenda. You know, we've heard lots about it. Many states are dealing with important healthcare issues. Indeed, it can be said that these may be the best of times and the worst of times. Best because healthcare professionals are needed so much, and worse because the challenges are many. It will be up to you and others like you who bring fresh, high energy levels, people who want to take advantage of the opportunities to make a difference, the change that the president referenced. And so you are here today. The evidence of your success is very clear. You are now empowered to continue your success journey. The sooner you set your course, the sooner you will achieve your desired career goals. The choice is yours. Where do you intend to stop? You get to decide. And please think about it seriously. And again, I wish to congratulate you on the wonderful achievements we celebrate today. Thank you.
Our faculty 4 months ago to serve as our university registrar while we are still building our university, our school. She graduated in 1995 from the Premier University in Nigeria, which is an extension of University of London, in Masters in Education. And she also proceeded in 1999 to receiving her PhD in counseling psychology. So it is my privilege and honor today to introduce you, Doc, to these students. I don't know if you have one thing to say to them before we present them.
Thank you very much. It is my honor to stand before you to say congratulations. Congratulations. And to family, thank you very much for your wonderful support. No matter what they do, without you being there, it will never be a success. Thank you so much, and let's look forward to the rest of it.
Thank you. Okay.
If you're happy to say, can you shout hi? Hi. That was not as loud as I wanted it. If you're happy and excited to be here today, can you shout hi? Hi. That's better. Once again, it is my pleasure to welcome you, family and friends, and to recognize these incredible graduates of 2010 and 2011 for their pre-professional completion. Best American Healthcare University, as you have noticed, as you are going through it or as you've passed through it, is a kind of a relationship institution. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. We are personal with our students. We don't just push them there, we are personal with them. And I want you to do me a favor. If you love the school in any bit, can you shout, I love Best American Healthcare University? Let's do it again. I said, if you like the school in any way, can you shout, I love Best American Healthcare University? I love Best American Healthcare University. Thank you very much. Presently, we have the following programs. We have the Acute Care Certified Nurse Assistant. We have the Billing and Coding. We have the Certified Nurse Assistant. We have the CNA to LVN. We have the Director of Staff Development, Electronic Health Record Specialist, EKG Technician, which is the Electrocardiogram Technician. We have the Home Health Aide, Intravenous Therapy and Blood Withdrawal, Medical Assistant, Clinical and Administrative. We have Patient Care Technician, Surgical Technicians, to mention but a few. The above-mentioned programs are designed to prepare these students for entry-level employment into the fields of healthcare and to prepare the students to go into more solid varieties of academic pursuit in health. BAHU, Stephen Wanko School of Vocational Studies, maintains professional partnerships and collaborations with other schools like CPC, as you've noticed earlier today. This year, in addition to those who completed their pre-professional programs with our institution, and also the ones last year, we have about 300 students that have completed their program at Best American Healthcare University within 1 year. As the program dean of this school, it is my honor to present these students to you. And if you are among this group who are graduating today, would you please stand and turn to the audience and smile at them? If you're wearing black, stand up. Faculty and families, will you join me in recognizing the wonderful graduates of BAHU? And will you also join me in wishing them a very wonderful future in their educational and employment pursuits? And we've been doing round of applauses today, but today, right now, I want us to do hip, hip, hip. Hooray! Because we've been doing a lot of applauses, so now it's time for hooray. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip, hip. Hooray! All right. I guess some people who wanted to sleep are waking up now. These students have successfully completed the program for which they enrolled for, having met all the requirements and shared in the mission and values of Best American Healthcare University and Stephen Wanko School of Vocational Studies. I now present these students to you, Mr. President, to receive the diplomas for which they are entitled to and for which they are enrolled for. This morning, although some people are not present here, but we will confer 296 diplomas, although a significant number of our graduates are not here. But then we have 2 students who finished in certified billing and coding. We have more than 170 students who finished as certified nurse assistants, 2 students in the CNA to LVN program, 56 students in the certified EKG technicians, 32 students in home health aid, 24 in medical assistant, and 5 students in certified patient care technician. As we call your names, can you come forward for your diplomas? Okay.
Because you have satisfactorily completed the requirements for your respective diplomas by the authority vested in me as the president and by the trustees of West American Healthcare University and the state of California, I am pleased and honored to confer on you the diplomas to which you have earned together with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities. Today, graduates, at this moment, you are surrounded by a large and loving family. Our presence here today speaks of our dreams and hopes for each of you. Now, as alumni of BAHU, it is our sincere prayer and deepest and sincere hope that as you step into higher academic pursuit or the marketplace for employment, that you will live with the core values to which West American Healthcare University stands for: service, empowerment, excellence, integrity, grace, and prosperity, and to become the voice to the voiceless and hope to those whose hopes and dreams may be renewed because you came. As you now step into this platform to receive your diplomas, know that you do so with the respect and good wishes and prayers of your teachers, the entire BAHU family and administration. And it is our hope that your future will be bright with joy of continuing learning and general service for social change, first to God, our local communities, and society at large. Congratulations, graduates of 2010 and 2011. You may now step forward. You may now step forward to receive your diplomas as you hear your name. I invite our CEO here. I also invite the CEO of CPC, Jean Adelberg, the Dean of Studies, and the Provost is not here today, Dr. Obinna Benson of Hanebere, and BAHU Stephen Wankwo School of Vocational Studies, Director of Nursing, Connie Grayson, if she's here. I invite you to join us as we support these graduates and hand them their diplomas for which they enrolled for and for which they are entitled to. Families, shall we stand and give them another round of applause as they come forward? Thank you.
Thank you very much. The moment while we're here is now. You hear your name, you step forward for your diploma. I would like Thais Martinez.
Congratulations.
Hilario Avireco. Olivia Etelda. Joanna Aruna. Shere Contreras. Hia Kim. Alexis Ginsberg. Virginia Riveras. Amanpreet Kaur. Kena Dupree. Jennifer Teles.
People are small interval so the camera will get them.
Rochelle McCannon. Martha Winland. Glanton Macbeth. Doreen Hartley. Doreen. Gabriella Hendricks. Jennifer Turner. Yolene Kononali. I have been calling their names. I didn't say their courses.
That's okay.
I hope people know that they are getting their diploma in billing coding, certified nursing assistants, and okay. Susan Dunn.
Just announce whatever you
Okay.
say after them.
Okay. Iris Achila, certified nursing assistant. Olivia Okoli, certified nursing assistant. Harriet Adoronke, certified nursing assistant. Zolia Del Aguilar, medical assistant. Remy Nunes, medical assistant. Marilyn Miranda, medical assistant. Julie Mendoza, medical assistant. Laura Sylvia, medical assistant. Courtney Dane, medical assistant. Will Baran, medical assistant. Makeda Turner, medical assistant. Blanca Megoza, medical assistant. Meneva Martinez, medical assistant. Congratulations. Eliana Salgado, medical assistant. Samantha Botolo, medical assistant. Claudia Megoza, medical assistant. Scott Malahan, EKG. Catherine Malahan, EKG. Cynthia Montez, EKG. Jessica Rodriguez, EKG. And the last but not the least, Ms. Doreen Longston, CNA to LVN. That's the next thing. Thank you.
Yeah. It was brought to my notice that one of our graduates' birthday is actually today. I think two of them, right? Yeah. Aruna and Macbeth? Yeah. Okay. And today is my daughter's birthday, so I won't forget. Shall we sing for them, please? Let's go. Happy birthday to... Shall you stand, please? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Macbeth. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations, my friend.
Wow. It is so nice to look at so many of you out there. Wow, I'll say that again. I am so excited. Good afternoon to all of you. Wow. Okay. I just want to say to the Best American Healthcare class of 2010 and 2011, are you now ready? Are you now ready? Are you now ready to move on with your new prosperous futures? Are you ready? All right, give yourself a hand. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, I'm so excited. Wow, I gotta calm me down. I'm excited. And I see so many familiar faces. I love you guys. I am so happy for you. I am. I'm happy. Some of you, I thought you, nothing. You doing good. You did good. You did good. You did. Congratulations. Okay. Now, I would like to make you welcome to just say to all of you that are here with the graduates, we're glad to have you. Graduates, give your friends, your relatives, and everybody a big round of applause. Throw them a kiss and tell them how much you love them for all their support. And that money that you borrowed from them, you're going to get a job now, you're going to pay them back. Tell them, didn't you make some loans? I know I did. But anyway, we're going to go on. Okay, I would like to ask all the graduates to stand and turn around to your families and friends and just tell them how much you appreciate them and love them for all their support. Because this was a tough time. I took these classes, I know it was tough. A lot of love and family support. We love you, family. Say we love you, family and friends. Thank you. Thank you so much. You may be seated now. I take great privilege, indeed, and it's an honor, as a fellow graduate of the class of Best American Healthcare University, the class of 2010, and now a staff of the university, to welcome you, the first graduates of Best American Healthcare University. And Best American Healthcare University, Stephen Wonka, School of Vocational Studies. And now, as the first alumni of Best American University Alumni Association, I would like to remind you that excellence in life is the key to happiness and prosperity. It means finding your passion and pursuing your integrity. Let me say that again. That means finding your passion and pursuing with integrity. Okay? We want all of you to be happy as alumni. As you have crossed the stage today and received your diplomas, I just want to remind you that as alumni, that we want you to return to your alma mater. We want you to return to your alma mater. What did I say? I want you to do what? Very good. Thank you. That's what we want you to do, because we want you to stay involved. We don't want to forget about you, and we don't want you to forget about us. Okay? Now, what the alma mater do as the alumni, they visit and they attend homecoming events. What do? They visit and attend what? That's correct. And they donate, and they also support. They do what? They donate and they also support the institution, either with finances or in volunteer services or both. So we're going to support our alumni by doing what? Contributions of financial and volunteer services, right? Let me hear you say that. You're going to support by finances and volunteer support services. Let's try that one more time. How are we going to support? Because we're not going to forget about you, and you're not going to what? Amen. All right. Now we hope that you would participate in many future events planned by the Alumni Association. Again, welcome alumni. The class of 2010 and 2011. As the alumni coordinator and on behalf of the Best American Healthcare University and the Stephen Wonka School of Vocational Studies, we wish you the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations once again on your individual achievements. We thank you, God bless you, and in closing, okay, you can clap for me. Thank you. Thank you so much, God bless you. Now, on Wednesday, this beautiful event, if you want to receive a video of the event today, just call the school on Wednesday, and you'll be given instructions on how to pick one of those up, okay? Thanks again. God bless. Bye-bye.
Dear graduates, I'm honored to be part of your commencement ceremony. BAHU has empowered you for social change and services, which is characterized by excellence and integrity. You've had it all, and I'm not going to repeat it. There is this popular saying which says, whatever has a beginning has an end. No matter how long it takes. At this point, I would like to reference Reverend Joan Sanders of Stanford University, a verse he presented at the commencement ceremony in Stanford that I love so much, and I would like to share with you. For every beginning, there is an end. And every beginning promises a new beginning. Now is such a time for this end that is promising a new beginning for you. So you're going to move on, internalizing all what you have heard, and put it into practice. And I will say, go now and may passion inspire you. May injustice trouble you. May you be comforted. May hope comfort you. May friendship and families nourish you. May you sometimes get it right, and may you laugh when you don't, because it is possible, and that is life. May peace surround you. May love permeate you. And may gratitude surely overwhelm you. Graduates, having heard the good, thoughtful words and loving regards spoken to you today in this remarkable place, filled with your friends, teachers, relations, mentors, guardians, and wisdom, with hopes and dreams, I can name a lot. But as you move on, you may make sure you find the right questions to ask. If you don't know, please ask. There is no dumb question ever. And I would like you to give more than you have received. That shows you actually learned. And may you know the depth of the knowledge you've acquired today, and also your compassion. An institution rooted with a lot of its words of wisdom is not something to toil with, and you can make do a lot with it. I wish you to go now in peace. Live simply, gently, and at home with yourselves. May the love that overcomes all differences, that heals all wounds, that puts to flight all fears, that reconciles all who are separated, be in you and among us today and always. And I'm asking you, please, as you leave, remember that we're still here. It would be nice if you come back to tell us how you're doing. May God bless you and prosper your days. Thank you.